Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the next 3 months. This is for quarter one of 2025. You have this lock unlock card and this gate card that says opportunities and home on it. It's kind of funny because this gate could have been locked, and you could be unlocking some potential, or kind of like opening up to a new direction in life or something new, or like a new opportunity is what I'm trying to say. So that looks really good. You have the Three of Cups, the Emperor, and the King of Cups here. So the Three of Cups is all about socializing. It's about a card of your community as well. And damn, Gemini, that looks good. You have the Emperor and the Empress now. So if you are looking for, sure, we'll take these. But if you are looking for love, this already looks very, very good for you. There definitely could be like a new connection that's coming into your life. And it definitely could be like an Emperor and Empress, whatever you're into, or just a new person. And, the Three of Cups would represent kind of like meeting a person by socializing. So if you want love, then I would definitely, get out there, socialize, meet new people with this card. Now, I also feel that this reading is talking about like an opportunity, however, because of the lock unlock card and the opportunity and home card. The Three of Cups, these three ladies are celebrating this harvest that's going on around them. And, the Empress can definitely represent a harvest. The Emperor and the Empress together can also represent you balancing out your like masculine and feminine energies and using those energies for success. So whether you want love or not, I think this is just a very good accomplishment reading. You end with the Star. You have the Ace of Cups here. You have really good cards here. So I think that, if you've been working towards something, or if you are working on something, that you could be celebrating the success of whatever that is. And again, we're doing past, present, future outcome. So this first row is your past position. You have the Emperor here. The Emperor is about being able to spot opportunity. He has his armor on underneath his cloak here. And so he isn't doing anything. He's just sitting here. But when an opportunity presents itself, he is going to take action. And, that's the whole point of the Emperor, is that when he is ready to go at a moment's notice. So when an opportunity presents itself, he will take action. And I kind of feel that some of you, I kind of get that here, Gemini, where it's like, in the past, there have been opportunities that you didn't take action on, that you wish you took action on. There have been other opportunities that you did take action on. And I feel that energy with the Emperor, where you could be really thinking about, like, what is a good opportunity for you, Gemini? Like, what does a good Gemini opportunity look like? And what does a bad one look like? And I feel that you have learned, it's almost like you have learned this, like how to spot good opportunity. And I think that's important. You have the King of Cups. You also have the King of Wands here. So if you're looking for love, you could be attracting a water sign or a fire sign, or a fire with water with fire. Who cares? Just find a good person. I think that's more important than focusing on the sign. So I would just find a good person. And, again, it looks like you could be. If you don't want love, and even if you do, the King of Cups is all about exploring your emotions to a very deep level. He's sitting in the middle of the ocean, and it just says that he has explored his emotions to a very deep level. And because now he's in control of his emotions, so I think a lot of you have learned how to control your emotions over the years. With the Three of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare. Nine of Swords is having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. Luckily, it's coming up in the past position. So again, if you were stuck in something, I think you could be overcoming it. It's kind of funny because, Sagittarius, your opposite sign, always gets these messages of being stuck with people. And so it makes sense. Opposite signs usually have very similar messages, if not exactly the same. So, again, I think you and Sag have been dealing with stuff going on with people for a while. With the Emperor, you have the King of Swords now. You almost have all four kings. All four kings is the Emperor. So, again, I think for a lot of you, you could be attracting like an Emperor and Empress into your life. The King of Swords is a card of knowledge and wisdom. He has the power of turning what he has learned into wisdom. So he takes action on the things that he is learning. And I think that will be important for you this year as well, is instead of just learning things, that you're actually doing them. And again, that's going to be lead to more success. With the King of Cups, you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, Six of Wands is a victory or an accomplishment or success. Some of you could be attracting a very successful person or a person who stands out, but I kind of feel like this is your success here, Gemini. Like things that you're working on, you could be finding more success with. We see a lot of attention from other people, even though we have the Nine of Swords with the Three of Cups. Again, this could be other people celebrating your successes with you, and the Six of Wands can also represent that. Next, in your present position, you have this up in the air card. It says, this situation has many unknown influences. No, let me reread that. This situation has many unknown elements due to the influence of others. You have this exchanging gifts card. It says, there's a dance of give and take. What you give, you will get back. So, again, if you are attracting love, I would be careful of the influence of others. Sometimes I use this deck here, the Tea Leaf Oracle. And there's a card in that deck, I think it's like a wedge. And it says, someone is trying to come between you and something you want. And a lot of people have been getting that card over the past couple years. So if you are meeting a new person, I would be careful of letting other people get in between you and that person. It's definitely popping into my head. You have the King of Wands, the Empress, and the Magician. The King of Wands is really about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. He is also kind of like the entrepreneur in the tarot. So if you are working on, any business ideas, or we can be entrepreneurial in other areas of life as well. We can really pay attention to the details. We can double down on what's working. We can try to grow things. But this could be in your health, or it could be in your love life, or it could be any other area of your life that you are kind of being entrepreneurial. And I think that type of energy would be really good for you. I always say that to me, he is a true father in the tarot. He really, really nurtures things that he cares about. And then you have the Empress. And the Empress really, really nurtures the things that she cares about. So she's all about nurturing, nourishment, self-care, things like that. So number one, it says that you should really be nurturing yourself at this time. She also really nurtures the things that she's working on. And so if you're working on any projects, your purpose, because you have the Judgment card here as well, or anything like that, I would definitely be paying attention to how you nurture the things you care about, and I would just nurture the things you care about more. The other thing I'm getting here is the amount of effort that you put into things. She does not put a lot of effort into growing this wheat that's in front of her. All she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her, and that wheat will grow. So it doesn't mean that you don't have to work hard to get results, but what it does mean is that you should be as efficient as possible. She does not waste her time. She does things in the best way possible, which could include hard work. But again, I always say the Empress does not work hard for hard work's sake. She's not just working hard to work hard. She works hard on things that actually work. And that is popping into my head with the Empress here for you, Gemini, that you should be paying attention to equal give and take. You have that exchange and gifts card, and it says there is a dance between give and take. What you give, you will get back. So I would make sure that anything that you're doing for the first quarter at least has good equal give and take. You have the Magician. The Magician could talk about your tools that you're using. So he has mastery over all the tools in the tarot, all the suits in the tarot here in front of him, and he always makes sure that he's using the best tool for the job. So if you're not getting the results you desire with the work that you're doing, I would make sure that you are using the right tool for the job. And that's kind of what the Magician is saying to me, that you need to make sure that you're using the best things possible, or you're using the best tools possible so that you can be more successful. With the King of Wands, you have the Tower here. You have the Tower to Judgment. So Tower and Judgment together, to me, is the most powerful combination in the tarot. These two cards represent a major revelation or like a major light bulb moment. So I do not consider these two cards together to be a bad Tower moment or anything like that. It just means that you could be having like an epiphany or a sudden realization about life. And the King of Wands would be about attacking it, like really going for something that you are, that you're having a light bulb moment with. The other thing is that we go down to the Star. The Star comes up after the Tower. The Star represents healing from a Tower moment, so I wouldn't really worry about the Tower. There are going to be a ton of Tower moments in the world, mark my words, between now and 2033. We're in a crazy time, and we've already seen some crazy stuff. It's only going to get crazier, so buckle up there, but I would say we'll be fine. We have the Star. With the Empress, you have the Sun. The sun says the light is shining on you, and the sun is about getting a lot of attention. We basically have a little bit of a glow up going on here for you, Gemini, with the sun and the star. I consider sun, empress, star, when those three cards come up in a reading, to be like a glow up. So some of you could be having like a little bit of a glow up here. With the Magician, you have the Seven of Cups, like being spoiled for choice. I think you have a lot of tools. Like, it doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish, but what matters for you, Gemini, is using the right tool for the job. And I think this first row is really encouraging you to look at how you're doing something, like what, and I know I'm speaking very generally here, but if you're trying to accomplish a goal, or if you're trying to date a person or whatever, I would make sure to try all the tools and just see what fits, right? And see what tool gets the best results. So I think you need to kind of experiment here a little bit. Next, in the area of your future, you have this Law of Attraction card and the Celebration card. Yeah, you really could be celebrating because you're attracting the things that you want into your life. I do think it's a great time to practice Law of Attraction. I would say Law of Attraction and action together. I wouldn't just be sitting around, imagining, creating something. At a certain point, you have to take action. But I do think that there could be a lot of celebration here. You have the Judgment card, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Judgment is about waking up, or like having a wake-up call. There's definitely some sort of major idea or revelation coming in for you where you could just have like a sudden understanding of your purpose or the direction that your life needs to move in this quarter. I would pay attention to that. If you have an awakening during this quarter, I would pay attention to that as well with the Judgment card. The whole point of the Judgment card is that these people are standing in these coffins. The coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. And so they have to step into their new life. And that's kind of what I feel for you here with the Judgment card. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, a card of expansion and growth. I think that it's an amazing time for people to expand and grow. Right now, you still have Jupiter in your sign. So whenever you have Jupiter in your sign, definitely an amazing time to grow and to expand. But, basically you have to go do things that you've never done before to expand. And, that's what I would be doing if I were you, Gemini. I would be going and like learning new things. I would be going on new adventures, trying new things. I'm a Gemini moon. I do these things. So I take all this advice as well, for sure. But I would be, kind of like pushing your limits. And it's not about, again, Empress is saying it's not about hard work. It's about, pushing yourself to that point where you would normally give up and going a little bit further, or just stepping outside of a comfort zone as well. And that's what I would pay attention to with the Three of Wands, is like just pushing just a little bit further, I think will make all the difference. You have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups can represent a turnaround. Six of Cups, of course, can represent innocence and nostalgia, can represent thinking about the past. I would be careful of the past returning. You have the Judgment card as well. Of course, I don't do X-Back readings on this channel. I think we should just forgive and move on. And there you go. My air tag is going off and saying, yes, you should forgive and move on, right, from the past. But, again, there could be a person, and that could cause a tower moment, right, if a person who can't let you go with the Nine of Swords is kind of returning to your life. With the Judgment card, you have the Two of Swords. Yes, I think that there's like some sort of quick change that you're going to have to make, is what I'm getting here. Two of Swords, she's thinking this or that, but she has that new island behind her, and I always say she needs to get to that new island. That new island is kind of like a different solution, or just a different way of doing things. I kind of feel that this could be you making a quick change. And I don't have a good example for you, but it's like, imagine if I just stopped doing YouTube and I only publish my videos on Instagram. It's like, that's the type of change that you could be making. I do think this is work related for you, Gemini, where it's like all of a sudden you kind of like make a shift in the way that you work, or the way that you do things. But if you get an opportunity to do that, I feel like this is an opportunity, or it's something that you're noticing. Let's just pretend that all of a sudden there were a billion people that were only watching tarot on Instagram. It would probably be a good idea for me to switch to only Instagram. I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm just saying, right? And, it's almost like something like that is happening. Like there is a shift that's happening in the world. And I think you notice it because we have the Emperor here. It's like you're noticing an opportunity, or you're noticing a shift that's taking place. And this could have you making a big change, but it's like you are putting yourself in a good place. So I would definitely do it. With the Three of Wands, you have the Judgment card. You could be feeling called to make this change, clearly. I think you are. And again, I would answer the call with the Judgment card, plain and simple. With the Six of Cups, you have the Five of Swords and the Page of Cups. I would be careful of a past person coming back. Now, maybe some of you want a person back from the past. So if you do, I mean, sure. But, again, Five of Swords is like a breakup or a separation. Page of Cups, an admirer. This could be someone who's realizing they made a mistake or that they didn't want to break up or something like that. I don't know. It is popping into my head. Again, I never do X back readings, and but again, I can't ignore my intuition, so I'll just say it. There you go, take it how it resonates. It could be new love for those of you as well that just want someone new, because Five of Swords could say that you're taking the risk to find someone new. In your outcome position, you have the Starfish Spirit. It says open to infinite possibilities. Yes. You have this Flamingo. It says embrace the in-between. We've talked about this before, Gemini. You've had some what I call purgatory readings in the past, where it's like you're not really moving forwards or backwards. Maybe you kind of feel stuck, you kind of don't. But I feel like you're finally entering into a new world. The open to infinite possibilities card, I think, is important with the Magician. That, again, you need to be open to all ways of doing things. You have the Five of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Star. Five of Wands can represent conflict and competition. Personally, I like the Five of Wands. To me, the Five of Wands, I used to call this card Indiana Jones, because to me, it represents going on some sort of crazy adventure to get some treasure, right? And so if there are any adventures, you have the Three of Wands, which could be expanding out into the world, going on an adventure. There could be a reward. This would say it would be worth it for you to learn something new. I always say that these people are really learning. They're using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. So it's a card of like education and through doing, right? And I think it would be an amazing time for you to educate yourself or to learn by doing with the Five of Wands. You have the Ace of Cups, so there definitely could be love here in your outcome. And I think it would be good love. So we have the Emperor, the Empress, and the Sun, really positive cards around love. So if you want a connection, definitely could be love. If you don't want love, or if you already have it, this is good if you already have it. But if you don't want love, or even if you do, this could just be something that causes your emotions to overflow. The Ace of Cups is really about fulfillment. This cup can reach down into this water, and it can fill itself back up very easily. So it's all about doing things that, doing things in life that cause more flow, and I would definitely focus on that. You have the Star, and the Star can say the star is shining on you. Again, I think this is a little bit of a glow-up reading where you could be getting a lot of attention or really standing out. Makes sense with Jupiter in your sign. It's kind of hard, even though, Jupiter will leave your sign this year, it still doesn't matter. Again, it's basically there till June, and this is a first quarter reading, so there's probably tons of attention for you, and I would get positive attention. The Star is also about kind of like finding a North Star and picking one thing and accomplishing it. With the Five of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, if there is someone coming back from the past, I think you'll probably just walk away anyway for most of you. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you. I kind of get more of this energy of you just not tolerating any conflict. So, anything that's causing conflict in your life, you're probably just going to walk away from it. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Justice card. Yeah, justice is balance, and it's also equal give and take. The Ace of Cups fills itself up. So, this to me is saying that you are going to be really focused this year on doing things that fulfill you and that bring in more fulfillment and create more balance, which of course is a good thing. With the Star, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups can be regrets or sadness, but really I kind of get this feeling that this is saying you're starting to look on the bright side. He just needs to turn around, see these two cups, and he'll get this bridge in the castle. So the Five of Cups has a very easy solution, which is to be grateful for what you do have, and then you find fulfillment. So, again, I think a lot of you are kind of just practicing gratitude, or you're practicing being grateful for what you have, and that could be kind of bringing in better results. Let's see. You have this Submission card. This card reminds me of the Eight of Swords. There's this bird that is stuck in this cage, and the cage door is open, so it could easily escape. And, again, if you're feeling stuck in any area of your life, I think that looking for other tools to use to get out of the situation is probably your best bet. You have this Harmony card. Like I said, with that Justice card, I think you're more focused. this is a good thing. Again, this might be a small thing where it's like you just start doing more things that create fulfillment for you. And, I think small things turn into big things. So I would definitely keep doing that. Like if you're saying, I'm going to not deal with any conflicts and I'm going to focus on those situations in all areas of my life that give to me, then you will be creating more peace and harmony in your life. You have this restlessness card. I do think that there are going to be plenty of moments where you'll feel restless. This card to me is about putting your restlessness into something. I think restlessness is a very destructive energy only if we aren't using it. So I think as long as you use it, you'll be fine. You have this power card. Yeah, I think you are becoming more powerful in life, getting more and really standing out more. So that makes sense. And finally, you have this influence card. Yes, I would be careful of other people getting in between you and a successful relationship. So if you're in a relationship that's successful, I would be careful of external influences. If you're meeting a new person this year, I would be careful of like their exes or, other people causing problems. But overall, this looks really good, Gemini. I like it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your next 3 months.